Hey, what's up? Cody here. Eternity. You thought about that? Has it crossed your mind before, this idea of eternity? Something that continues on and on, no time, it doesn't ever stop, something that is continually happening. No, I don't mean about your work day. I mean literal, actual eternity. When you think about that, it can kind of make your heart skip a beat. It can make you feel like this weird emptiness inside because it's a concept that we can't grasp. But it's something that we as people have to have at the heart of the way that we live our lives in Christ, or we fall prey to temptation that shouldn't take us over. That's the theme and the concept in our section in Proverbs 23 today. Proverbs 23, I wanted to read verses 17 and 18 for you. It says this: "Do not let your heart envy sinners, but be zealous for the fear of the Lord all the day. For surely there is a hereafter, and your hope will not be cut off." It's a big concept for us to grasp, this idea of eternity, and that's what it's trying to draw our attention to here in Proverbs chapter 23, is to say that there is an eternity. Think toward tomorrow. Everything that we tend to do typically has to do with right here, right now, and that's all I'm really concerned with, is this moment in time. There's something really good about that. There's something really healthy about living in the moment and being able to do what is right in front of you at the moment, but at the same time, we can't do that at the detriment of the future. We've got to be able to look to the future. Hebrews says it this way: fixing your eyes on Jesus, let us press toward the upward call, as Philippians talks about. So there's these ideas of looking toward eternity, looking toward heaven, keeping our eyes fixed on something that is in the future, not just here and now. And when you do that, you're able to make different kinds of choices. You're able to make different kinds of decisions. You're able to be more wise with the way that you live. Now, this proverb is telling us right there in the very beginning, verse 17, it says, "Do not let your heart." This is talking about the idea that you have a choice in the matter. That this is a feeling that's going to rise up within you, and you have a choice as to whether or not you're going to let it overtake you, or you're going to reject it and say, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to allow this into my heart and into my life. Don't let it happen. When you feel that rising up within you, when you say, why should I live righteously like David did in one of the Psalms? Why should I even care about what's right? The people who don't worship God, don't worry about Him at all, live their lives for themselves, they seem to be doing really well. And not only are they doing just fine, but they're prospering. So why would I care about all this other stuff? He says, don't let your heart envy sinners, but, here's the contrast, instead of that, but, be zealous for the fear of the Lord all the day. It's something that you've got to fix your mind on. And when something comes in to counteract that, or to torpedo the fear of the Lord, or something comes in to try to get you to be distracted by things happening in life, or easier ways out of stuff, or a better way to do it, that's not really better. It's just better because it's simpler, or it gets you more. It serves your flesh. Choose instead zeal for the Lord. To be passionate and given over to and courageous for the things that are in Christ. And so we choose that instead, and here's our motivation. Here's why. For surely. This is an idea of certainly. Absolutely, certainly, not a shadow of a doubt. This is take it to the bank, verifiable reality that surely there is a hereafter. That when you close your eyes in death, when you breathe your last, it is not the end. It's just the beginning. The same way that the baby leaves the womb and has to, in a sense, die to the womb in order to be born into this world and experience life here, same thing is true of this life, that we die to this world. We leave this flesh behind and we go into eternity. And so there's something else taking place there that I'm thinking about, the idea that there's a hereafter. It may seem scary because it's unknown. It may seem like there's glimpses of it and there may be some ideas surrounding it, but I don't really know what it's about. We've got to be willing to say, I'm going to fix my eyes on eternity and know that that's the reality for my life. And it says, your hope will not be cut off. So let me ask you the question, where's your hope? Is your hope in your ability to wrangle the situation? Is your hope in your ability to imitate those people who are blatantly, sinfully disobedient to the things of the Lord? Or is your hope in Jesus? Is He your provider? Is He your sustainer? Is He your holiness? Is He where joy comes from? Does He provide all of the things in your life that are foundational and necessary? Or are you looking somewhere else? There is a hope. His name's Jesus. Look to him.